Hey guys, Molly with Design Loves Detail, and we're here in this remodel project that we've been working on. In case you missed it, go back and check out our walkthroughs. We got a lot of stuff to get done. We had fun ripping some walls out, or attacking a wall anyways, last night with our kids, and then we have some more work to do today, so come support. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified of when our next video is live so you guys don't miss any of this remodel progress. There is, what we've done so far, and even though it's not a lot, it's kind of cool to be able to see through and just get an idea of how broad this space is going to be. It's going to be like huge. In terms of the budget, we've already run into a few snags, we will say. So this was all done last night. We brought the kids over and everybody got a turn. Don't worry, we wore swimming goggles.
We don't have goggles for the kids to wear before they start slamming a wall with a sledgehammer. So these are swimming goggles, and that's what we're gonna do. It'll be good.
Let's do this.
It's amazing what I can do. I put my mind to it. But this is coming out. I broke through the wall last night there when we had a little fun.
If this had been a little better quality, I was realizing we should have put it in the garage, but
it was in bad shape.
Yeah.
Before we started here.
The inside of it was pretty messed up. Yeah, that's about as far as we got, but luckily the demo crew is coming to handle the bigger stuff. In here, we already have run into a little bit of budget snag, I would say. My cabinetry bid, just because the prices of lumber are so through the roof right now, my cabinetry bid came in like, how much was I above budget then?
Only $20,000 above the budget. The budget's $15,000. Didn't take into account.
Wasn't it 20,000?
Nope. Didn't take into account skyrocketing prices for that, but we knew there would be an issue with that budget.
So I had a really cool cabinet planned to kind of go in this little alcove between this wall and this wall. And turns out, because I had some fancy bells and whistles and it was really amazing, that it was actually pretty spendy. It had glass doors and some really cool features.
How much was that piece alone?
It was $9,000. I had to cut it from the budget, but I found something cool that is actually something that you can order online that is gonna fill this space, and I think it'll be really awesome, and I think it'll still have that custom feel, so that is good news. I think we won't lose too much of the, the appeal of having some storage on this wall. It will definitely still happen, and it's gonna be for a fraction of the cost, though sometimes it's hard when you can't get your number one choice. But also, everything's so expensive right now, it's insane. Because we're kind of based a lot of our estimates off of what we spent on our house, because we only did it a year ago, but just in that time frame, like, things have changed dramatically.
We got some demo going on here?
Yeah, these are coming out.
Oh, apparently Mollie's doing some work.
Well, what's really fun about countertops is you just can swing up, and it just pops off. To give you a demo of how demo works. The other thing that was good news in this house is that these were in fact decorative as we had predicted. Our contractor Mike thought that was the case because he could see that the trusses didn't seem to need support from these. One thing that was a little bit of a surprise is that in this one here, we knew there was electrical in these, but this is plumbing right here. So there's also plumbing that's running in there. They ran it.
Why are they running plumbing
I know, it's
through
kind
there?
of bizarre. So we're gonna have to probably dig a trench. I don't know. I feel like in the 90s it was just like, hey, let's see where we can run stuff. Like, let's build some.
You can see up here.
Yeah,
too.
There too. So
interesting.
So I think that it comes from there, and they took it through that because it's just like, oh, these walls are all connected in this maze of super beams. I actually think that in terms of like random beamage that happened in the 90s, that these were actually like the kind of symmetrical and kind of cool. My issue with them was just that this one specifically just breaks up the whole kitchen, and having that makes the ceiling come down on you, when I think we're gonna have a really grand feel when we take these out. I'm looking at some of the cabinet color samples that I have and trying to kind of decide. I think that this will be a nice like complement with the walls, because I'm doing that same color that Benjamin Moore China White that we used in our home, and I love it because it's a more of a grayish undertone instead of being like cream that has a yellow undertone, which makes it go really well with warmer and cooler neutrals, which makes me happy. So this one is kind of a grayish cabinet color, but more saturated, so that it kind of feels gray, kind of feels almost like in the tan family. Either Skyline Steel or a new gray from Sherwin-Williams. Those are the two that I'm kind of debating between. I don't have the other sample here. But what's crazy is that the paint store is literally out of paint samples. Like, you have to buy like the $20 quart or whatever. They used to have little tiny small samples for like $6 or $7. So not happening in this current shortage time. So I might go buy some samples and just paint them on here to get a better feel. I did have a couple of like these blue-green tones painted as well. They're super pretty. I kind of felt like they were too close to our kitchen. And so I wanted to mix it up a little bit in here. So these ones are illuminated, but they are pretty. If you're looking for some good kind of blue-green tones, Mineral Deposit by Sherwin-Williams or Elusive Green, both really good ones.
We got X's on everything that's going. We got arrows. Mike knows, so you got this line because we're cutting this out.
We will have a little bit of open shelving, I think, on either side of the range hood. I do love that because it keeps your kitchen open, and right now having like this microwave here, like it just doesn't feel very upscale, very fancy like. So I really like having the range hood. It opens things up more too. And then I just put the microwave around the corner in. What we're doing is kind of a butler's pantry. So yeah, I prefer to have the microwave kind of tucked out of the way, and have a little bit more of a statement on this wall, because your range wall usually ends up being kind of the statement wall of the kitchen. So I like to do a little something special there. Here, this like family room that's just off the kitchen. It feels long. It feels like long this way, but then not very deep this way. So kind of what I'm doing to help square it up is I'm gonna take this area and treat it almost like it's its own space. We're gonna run the sectional or sofa right across here. The back of it will run across here, and so it'll kind of differentiate this space from that. And then I found a really cool standalone piece of furniture that is it basically creates a mudroom. It looks like a custom mudroom. It has a bench and like some closed cabinets, shoe storage, all that stuff, because that's right off the back door and then right off the garage door too. So I'm essentially creating kind of an open concept mudroom. This sitting bar, you know, it used to have bar seating here when the other people lived here, and I want to cut this back so that it's just a prep island. So we won't have the seating here, which will allow this like to feel larger and be more functional as a gathering area. I think it'll be way more functional that way, and we are adding the seating to the center of the kitchen. That'll be on this middle island, more of a sitting type of island for your bar stools and stuff, and it's gonna come over, basically over to here. Thought I'd show you what samples we have going on. And yes, I'm in the garage because it's probably the cleanest place, the least disgusting place in the whole house. This was left here in case anybody needs a little pick-me-up on the job. I don't know how long they've been there, but they seem to be sealed, so. Here's what I've got so far. This is the countertop. It's a quartz that I'm doing for the primary bathroom and also the laundry room. For the tile in the primary bathroom, I'm going with something like this. This is from Emser Tile. They have a really awesome line called Potenza, and it kind of has that concrete look, a more matte finish tile, and it's a good price point, so definitely one to check out. I'm gonna do this in a square, a large square on the floor, and then this is for the walls. It also kind of has that matte type look, like concrete, but white ivory actually is the color. And that one's gonna be in a 12 by 24 for vertically stacked for the shower walls. And then I've been loving just, you know, this natural kind of looking pebble tile that's more flat, a little bit more of the organic vibes that I'm wanting to bring in. And this is the sample for the kitchen, a granite, so it's one of the most affordable ones out there that I've found, and it's called Steel Gray. I do it with a leather finish. This is actually what we used in our own home here, was the remodel project. But this is like a new batch, so it's actually a little bit darker. Ours is more of a gray. This is almost black color, which I like. I like the contrast because I'm gonna do, for the cabinets in the kitchen, I'm looking at doing kind of one of these neutrals that is like a grayish tone, and I think that that will be a really pretty contrast and something different than your typical white kitchen, but still feels nice and neutral, appealing to a lot of people. For the laundry room, I'm looking at this. This is called Gray Clouds by Sherwin-Williams. I like that it has a little bit of a green, I don't know if you can see it out here, but it has a tiny bit of a green undertone that looks really pretty with that countertop. Primary bathroom cabinets, I think we're gonna keep them a more natural oak because they're right now like they look basically like a white oak. It's kind of crazy because we've been so out of style for so long, it's back in style. So I'm gonna add cute hardware to dress it up, and maybe we'll just kind of clean them up and maybe do a new stain or clear coat over the top. Oh, all of the tile, by the way, is from Emser Tile. I'm working with them and they have awesome products. I love that there's tons of different price points and styles. I'll be showing you some more as we go through. This is from them as well, and it is a stacked stone. This one is like a limestone, and color name is Cream, and I'm gonna do something like this, I think, for the fireplace. I still need to kind of finalize my details there. I have a couple more samples coming, a little bit different colors in something like this. Ben's gonna be showing you all of the stuff we've bought so far, product delays and things like that with the supply chain issues. It's just so important to order it basically as early as you can. So we are just doing that with everything, ordering it as quick as we can. In fact, I'm ordering furniture already. I'll be doing that tonight for this project, which is exciting. So let's see what we have already. Yeah, I did a black sink to match that black counter. I kind of like the sinks to blend. It's a good big one.
There are a few things we had extras of, or we bought an extra. We had different things that now
we're reusing them. I ordered all the plumbing stuff and then some light fixtures.
Just ordered the washer and dryer. A little worried about how that's not gonna fit.
Yeah, it's pretty tight in there because these older homes were made for the, they're smaller washer and dryers, the non-front loaders.
Yeah, so we're trying to figure out if one of those will fit right in through here. We got this that hasn't been removed yet, but right here we got 33 inches
from here
to the door, and we got 31.7. Not exactly sure how well that's gonna go. It's not a great situation, but we'll figure it out.
Luckily, one of the things that was left was actually useful, which was a hose.
We're a little worried that this part isn't gonna come off over here. Like, it's really dark, so let's spray it, we'll see.
I'm gonna try and power wash it just in case.
Maybe you can turn it on. I'm a little worried there's holes in the hose.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'll turn it on. How many horsepower you got in that?
Well, the power is the issue.
Is this safe?
Is this safe?
Like, should I stand back?
Do you see the power?
Oh, we need a little more than that.
Alright. Oh, look at that.
Is it coming off?
Yeah, look.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool, look. Okay. Hey, you could basically draw some art with that.
Let's see it. See what you got. Looks like those art classes didn't pay off, did they?
I just like that my idea to pressure wash this actually worked out.
I feel like our work here is done. I think we're set. There's really no reason to do anything else. Oh, she's still going.
Well, it looks like that's gonna clean up. That's the good news. All right, guys, thanks for watching. The good news is the power washing works, so you learn something new every day. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of when our next video is live.